just a big welcome and a big thank you to all of you for coming. How wonderful it is to be here for our first really significant ritual on what will be our land here at Suvana in Northstowe. So yeah, I think, well, I can maybe, like some of you, can get a bit obsessed with how unnatural our lives are and how much artificiality there is and alienation from nature. But I was reflecting this morning, we're just human beings living like other human beings lived for thousands of years, and alive to the forces of nature and the spirits of the land. And this is just a chance to be in touch with that, to be in touch with our human history and honour the spirits of the land. And you know, a lot of Suvana can be about detail and about spreadsheets and meetings and doing things. And this is a chance not to do, just to be here with the land. So yeah, let's do that. And thank you so much to Maitri Vajri for leading the ritual here.
I'm very, very happy to be leading this ritual today. And I have this morning just rejigged how we're going to do it, because I walk the site and it's treacherous. It's really treacherous. Just picking up on what Tejasvini said, you know, people have lived in community, enacting rituals and having sacred spaces for millennia, and we're sort of honouring that. So we're in that tradition. So I thought it would be fascinating to know a little bit about who came before. Yeah. So it's an ancient site, it's millennia old, and I find that very interesting. It's one of the most ancient sites in the country, and now we have the most, at the moment, modern, eco-built, sustainable project going on the site. So an incredible sort of range. And people lived in this area in settlements before the Common Era. So well over 2025 years. And the Romans established a very thriving settlements here. And recent archaeological excavations done with the building of this area over here have uncovered metal workings and pottery. So, and they found evidence that there were kilns here and trade, and they were traders. So long before us, people were shaping the land and were shaped by their access to fire, creating objects for both daily life and community. And then the A14, which I believe runs somewhere down here, doesn't it? Yeah. That was an ancient Roman road, the Via Devona, which linked Cambridgeshire with Godmanchester. So we're on some very well-trod land, yeah. Shrines and cemeteries have been found in the area, reminding us that people have gathered here, celebrated here, mourned here in the past. And then after the Roman era, it was an unusual example of the withdrawal of the Romans and then the sort of settling in of the Anglo-Saxons, but it was done in this over a long period of time in a very sort of gentle way. It wasn't just like the Romans left and it was devastated and then the Anglo-Saxons moved in. It's one of those examples of a very good transition between those two groups. And from the Anglo-Saxon, there's many meanings for the word stow, you know, Northstowe. But the one I thought was fantastic is that it means a meeting place, an assembly place, or a holy place, or a sacred place. So it's already in the name, you know. Qualities of Suvana are already in the name. In more recent times, our site, this particular site, was an RAF base during the Second World War, RAF Oakington, and it remained in military use till 1975, and then later it became an immigration removal centre in the early 2000s, and that was closed down in 2010. And then today I feel like it marks a really ambitious new chapter with an emphasis on community, sustainability and the environment, renewable energies. It's like we're trying to live with a light touch in the place. And at the same time as we gather here, we're honouring everyone who's come before us, and we're also going to be honouring those who succeed us. So I've created the ritual around the mandala of the 5 jinnas. So that's 5 Buddha figures, well, they're pairs of Buddha figures, male and female, 1 in each direction, 1 pair in each direction, and each direction is associated with an element and with a colour. There's a whole sort of rich world of mythology associated with each direction. And we're going to be picking up on that in this ritual. At every direction, in every direction, we have verses that call on and acknowledge the beings that live here that are associated with that element. Some of them you will not see on the site. Kestrels and godwits, waders for instance, but they are in this local environment. So I've also taken inspiration from the lake at the end of our site, you know, and the creatures there. And we will do those verses in call and response, and there's a refrain, a refrain of blessings that will happen at in each direction. And what I'd like to invite you to do, Sam and Sandra have rose petals, so it's completely organic. Do help yourself to a handful of them before we start. And as we're doing the blessing verses, if you can just spread them. So they're like the blessings catching the wind and going wherever, and they just bless in their travel and bless in their landing. There's a stone that is the colour of each of the directions, and somebody in our midst is sort of guardian of the stone. And I will just say a little bit about what the stone is and what it means. So each stone's been chosen not just for its colour, but for the way the meaning of the stone relates to what we're creating here. And I will bury it, I'll be given it on the other side of the fence, and I will bury it in a crevice. That's the one thing I didn't have to do was dig holes this morning, because there's a plethora of holes already there. I think what would be really lovely is, whilst Dharmachanda, Eric and I are just walking the site to go across to here, if you could chant the Sabe Sata Sukhi Hontu. What that means is, it's like all beings be well, may all beings be happy. And then between each station, I think we should just move in silence, just so we can absorb what's happened a little bit. But also with ritual, you never know what's going to emerge, you know, you just never know what's going to strike you. So let's just allow the conditions for that to happen. Keeping that real feeling for, this isn't just for us, this is for our immediate neighbours and for the environment as a whole. And we want the perfume of that to just be able to travel. And we've got bubbles that you can blow for the space element, and there's a couple of gentlemen who've got the bubbles, yes. And whilst you're doing that, we will bury the stone at the centre. Ritual is the closest thing, well, for us adults, you have much more fun. We get to play, you know? So let's just relax and play, and honestly, whatever happens, it was meant to go that way. You know, please don't, there's no wrong to get here. We're just going to enjoy it. Yeah. The mobile shrine here, and we've got a double Vajra, which is the 4 directions in the centre, and we have the Chintamani jewel. So that's the jewel that's in Buddhist practice just represents wanting the best for everyone. So I think they're 2 sort of key elements to the ritual. Has anybody got any queries or before I head out?
As it's an RAF site. That is a Spitfire.
Oh. It's auspicious, isn't it? Auspicious. Yeah.
Having fun.
Oh, look at that, having fun.
They're playing.
Okay.
We hired them for the occasion.
Sabe sata suki hontu. Sabe sata suki hontu. Sabe sata suki hontu. Sabe sata suki hontu. Sabe sata. Suki hontu. Sabe suki hontu. Sabe sata suki hontu. Greeting the land. Standing in the east, we greet the water beings, fish and frog, waterfowl and waders, voles, water shrews and dragonflies. Please bless us with your flow and suppleness. May all beings here be happy and joyful. May Suvana be a blessing and a benefit.
May Suvana be a blessing and a benefit.
And here we're going to bury the blue sodalite stone, and it's known for uniting logic with intuition, opening spiritual perception and stimulating trust and companionship. So the blue sodalite stone. Standing in the south, we greet the earth beings, earthworms and beetles, hedgehogs and foxes, hornbeam, wild mustard and grasses. Please bless us with your strength and stability. May all beings here be happy and joyful. May Suvana be a blessing and a benefit. Standing in the south, we greet those that walked this land, migrant and native born, people ancient and recent, known, unknown and untraceable. Please bless us with your humanness and community. We honour those who preceded us, and we honour those who will succeed us. So in this direction we bury the yellow mukate stone, and it's known for promoting variety and fun, making one flexible and able to envisage many possibilities. Standing in the west, we greet the fire beings, the radiant ones, who sat at the hearth of the ancients, their creativity forged by fire, and the ever-present journey of the sun. Please bless us with your brightness and warmth. May all beings here be happy and joyful. May Suvana be a blessing and a benefit.
May Suvana be a blessing and a benefit.
You asked us to do it at the camera.
Thank you.
Holding the camera. Sorry. So whenever we
So here we have a red carnelian stone, and it's known for stimulating energy and creativity, motivating and overcoming difficulty. Very appropriate for any building site. Sabe sata suki hontu. Sabe sata suki hontu. Sabe sata suki hontu. Standing in the north, we greet the aerial beings, songbirds and warblers, kestrels and godwits, bats, insects and flies. Please bless us with your lightness and freedom. May all beings here be happy and joyful. May Suvana be a blessing and a benefit. And in this direction, we're going to bury an aventurine stone, known for supporting prosperity, alleviating anxiety, and strengthening friendships. I could probably place it in there. Can you get that a bit more, or is that not working the way I thought? Okay. Yep. Okay. When we do the blessing refrain, if you just start blowing the bubbles and then pass them around, I think there'd be some very keen takers-uppers here. And whilst you're playing with the bubbles, we will go and bury a white stone in the centre. Okay. So it's called a white manganese calcite stone, and it's known for warmth, acceptance, and open-mindedness. Standing in the centre, we greet the sky, space without limit, space without centre, the wide expanse of the heart. Please bless us with your openness and directness. May all beings here be happy and joyful. May Suvana be a blessing and a benefit.
May Suvana be
Pass on, pass on. Pop for one. Or two. Yeah, I grabbed a few. Yes. Double, double. Double, double. Milo, come to this side. This is where the bubbles will come. This is where the bubbles will come. Yes.
So we're just going to conclude the ritual in the first instance facing the site. So that's all for all people who might end up living on the site. And then after we've done that, we'll turn around and face outwards, and we'll do the same verses, just blessing and wishing well for everyone. And that will be the end of the ritual, and then we can begin our picnic. Yeah? May all beings everywhere, with whom we are inseparably interconnected, be fulfilled, awakened, liberated and free. May there be peace in this world and throughout the entire universe, and may we all together complete the spiritual journey. May all beings everywhere, with whom we are inseparably interconnected, be fulfilled, awaken, liberated and free. May there be peace in this world and throughout the entire universe, and may we all together complete the spiritual journey. Sadhu! Sadhu! Now, the site said it would like a little piece to go with each of you.
Thank you.
You can take a bit of the site home.
Go, go, go! Oh dear! Yeah!